LinkedIn ads are a crucial channel for anybody looking to gain leads in the B2B space. So if you're running a company looking for business leads, I choose LinkedIn ads over Facebook and Instagram or pretty much any other platform if you're going for display network. So trying to inspire somebody to purchase. Google's another great choice, but that's for another topic. If you want a discussion about Google versus LinkedIn and other platforms, I'll share a link to those types of videos that I do in this, or you can find them on my channel. But today I'm going to talk about LinkedIn ads and a really important question, and that is which type of LinkedIn ads should you be running? So there's a lot of different types, and some of them are extremely effective and deliver great results repeatedly over and over again with my clients, and others have really never quite worked out. There may be some new types of ads that are being offered that haven't really been proven yet, or just for whatever reason are maybe not a best choice to start with at the very least when you're starting your own LinkedIn ads campaigns. So let's dig into it. I'm going to drill through a big list of different types of options available to you, the benefits and the weaknesses, and how we might use them in different moments within the client's journey or the user's journey when we're trying to introduce your company to those new users. So as ever, a really underappreciated resource when it comes to learning anything is the docs. So most big companies have pretty good documentation on how you can use their platforms, and LinkedIn ads is just the same as any other. And so there's run by Microsoft, it's a pretty big company now, and they've done a great job with this. So there's this LinkedIn ads guide. This is obviously their slightly biased perspective, so you always have to keep that in mind. And that's why obviously you watch videos like this, because I give you the unbiased perspective alongside their advice. So let's dig into it, because it gives us a great structure to work through the different types that are available to you as an advertiser. So firstly, let's go with what are the main categories. So there are sponsored content. So this can be images, videos, carousels, etc. Then we've got messaging, which is a really unique side to LinkedIn, which practically no other channel really does in any serious way. And then we have the lead gen forms, which we've seen to be extremely effective. And then we've got text and dynamic ads, which are another kind of quite unique one to this platform. I mean, text ads is the oldest form of ad there really is, but it's a different type of angle to it within LinkedIn, and is really great to not forget about. So let's dig through these one at a time. So let's start with sponsored content. So this realistically takes up the vast majority of the types of actual ad itself that we run within LinkedIn. So this does cross over a bit within the lead gen forms, but I'll talk about that later. So you can see here we have single image ads, video ads, carousels, event ads, and even document ads within LinkedIn. So firstly, the most common ones that we're going to be using are these top three. So single image, video, and carousel. If you've ever done Facebook ads or you know anything about Facebook ads, then this is the most common types of ads that you're going to be seeing, and it is also the lion's share of where you're going to get the value from LinkedIn as well. So my main big piece of advice here is that you don't assume anything. So video ads, for example, people often think of those as the best form of adverts because, you know, video is better than image is a cliche thing someone might say, but that is not always the case. Very often we see that carousel ads or single image ads can outdo video ads. There is no clear winner. Even if I have run ads for one investment firm and then I go to another investment firm, that does not mean that I know whether video or single image or carousel does better. What I teach my ads managers is don't assume anything. You have to have a wide variety and then let the data decide. To assume is to make an ass out of me and you. That's the phrase that I always remember. So we have quite a broad mixture of single image ads, which can be just literally a single image. And then we have lots of video ads. We try lots of different versions of each of these. And then we have carousels. Carousels are nice because you can have a kind of a journey through understanding the brand. Or for example, I like to use a carousel ad in a remarketing point of the journey. Sometimes can be nice, where you have someone has discovered the brand through a video or a single image, which does a very quick job of explaining it or introducing you in some interesting, exciting way that captures your attention. And then the carousel is a nice follow-up advert so that you remarket to that same person in the second experience they have with your brand with a bit more information. So say, for example, you have an investment investment company, one of our clients, they offer an investment opportunity. So you can invest through their platform, and one of the things that people are worried about is how complicated or how much effort it might be to go ahead and make that investment. And so carousel ads are a really great way to have a step 1, step 2, step 3, like a really clean, easy way to take you through making that purchase. So it kind of solves that problem. Or you could have 3 different testimonials of different customers. You could do so many different things with a carousel ad. I really enjoy those, especially in the remarketing place, but also at the top of funnel as well. So yeah, single image ads, those are underrated as well, I think, because they are also great for that bottom of funnel. So when you've had somebody already discover your brand, they've watched a video maybe, again, I use videos more often at the top of funnel, they get to know you, they love you, and then maybe there's carousels in that middle of funnel. Single image ads I especially enjoy on LinkedIn ads for the bottom of funnel. So once someone has watched a video about your brand, they've seen an entire carousel explaining the process, but then there's that final moment where you're just trying to convince them to actually go ahead and complete a lead gen form or go to your website to click through to complete the inquiry. Well, this is where single image ads can actually have a much better conversion rate. So single image ads, don't poo-poo them because they're a little bit more basic compared to video or carousel, and they're also a lot easier to do. You can make a lot more types of single image ads. And we've often found that some of our best performing ads is just because we've played with the copy within the image or something like that. And so think about that more. Don't obsess over just creating high value, really expensive videos because that's the answer, because it isn't always the case. And then we've also got event ads and document ads. These are pretty niche. So of course, if you are running events, you might want to be running event ads. And of course, document ads is a kind of unique angle on, if you're trying to do a very specific scenario around a document, then that can make sense. But we don't really use these very often. These are kind of like somewhat experimental formats. But in your niche situation, they might make sense. And then we've got sponsored messaging. So these are really interesting, and these are very unique to LinkedIn. You can technically do versions of this in some other platforms, but not much. Like, it's pretty much a LinkedIn exclusive. So this is either the conversation ad, which is I can pay to go into hundreds of people's LinkedIn inbox and start a conversation. So my profile, Max Sinclair, you can find me on LinkedIn right now. Feel free to reach out and say hello, or subscribe to this channel as well. I'd appreciate that while I mention it. And then you can start a conversation directly with me. You can just pay, and you can do all the amazing targeting that you would normally do. So let's just say you're an investment firm and the minimum investment was 100K. So you want to only go for the very top seniority positions and the rest. So, just as a side note, if you'd like me to do a video about the audience side of things with LinkedIn, then let me know and I'll do an entire video about that, because there's a real art to creating audiences within LinkedIn, which is quite unique to Facebook and the other platforms. And then we have message ads. So this is similar in terms of it goes into the inbox, but rather than as much of a focus on creating a conversation within the inbox, it's more about go into their inbox, but have a call to action to go to your landing page or go to a contact form or a find out more button of some kind. So it's more of a classic ad, but put into the inbox. And then we have lead gen forms. So this, to be honest, I don't really see it as like a separate type of ad, because it is an attachment to one of your other ads. So generally what we do is we often will have a single image ad or carousel or video ad, and then that connects into a lead gen form. So again, for example, this investment company we worked with recently, their website was not converting initially because they're a pretty brand new company with a new website. And so we tried out the lead gen forms, and through some iteration, as long as you add lots of information into the lead gen form to get a good amount of information of the potential customer, they can convert at a really good rate. So what this is just a form that pops up within LinkedIn, and the powerful thing is it's pre-filled. So if you are going to give someone their information, LinkedIn of course already has your name, email address, your LinkedIn profile of course, and all of this other information. And so what you can do is have that pre-auto-filled. So then the person, rather than a normal contact form on your website, they have to type in Max Sinclair from Snowball Creations and all of this other information by hand. The LinkedIn form does that all for you. So it's a very, very low friction way for somebody to give you their contact details and become a lead. So we've really enjoyed these with lots of different clients. They're an amazing way to bring in business. The main thing I would say is that at the beginning you might want to start with just a name and email address so that it's as small amount of friction as possible, but the quality will be lower realistically because it's so easy to do and you don't have much information. So then often the next step, once you've kind of optimized the creative and copy and audiences, is you can create a more challenging form which might include phone number as well, their LinkedIn profile, their company they're from, and other information. And then this gives you and your salespeople more to be able to convert that customer, but you will see a drop off in the quantity, but that's okay because you convert better. So we really enjoy lead gen forms. They're one of our favorite parts of the kind of ecosystem of the types of ads that are available within LinkedIn, and I'd highly recommend A/B testing those against your website to see which does better. Finally, we have the text and dynamic ads. So text ads, I think, are a very underrated one. They're super cheap. So it's just text. There's various places within the LinkedIn website which shows these, and they're very effective. Like, they do a great job of getting your brand in lots of places, having a lot of kind of awareness of your brand, and they actually convert pretty well. And because they're only text and there's less competition for them, there is generally a much lower cost per click into your website. So they're a great additional remarketing campaign alongside your others. And then we have spotlight ads. I don't really personally use these very much. I think they're a bit too aggressive and there's only a certain time and place for them. I think that you get less quality traffic through them because they're so aggressive. And follower ads, I wouldn't personally generally recommend focusing on ever just getting followers. So I would instead focus on the core conversion, which is, say, for example, leads into your business or free trials of some kind. And then you naturally will build followers on LinkedIn anyway. So do it that way around. Focus on the conversion that will make it a profitable campaign that you can continue to run month on month on month and spend hundreds of thousands of pounds through over the years. And then you will build up followers anyway. Whereas just building followers, it's much harder to then turn that into business and make a success. Although I say all of this with a massive disclaimer that any scenario, there's so many variations of this where that could make sense. So, but I'm giving you a high level perspective. So these are all the different formats. Hopefully this has been a helpful guide. So many others that are always coming around. So make sure you come and find this link, business.linkedin. I'll give this link in the description of the video. And look around the rest of the docs here. This is a great tool for if you're trying to understand LinkedIn better. So there we have it. That was the different formats of LinkedIn ads available to you today. I would really recommend testing a wide variety of these. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see, is people come up with just single image ads or just videos or whatever it is, and then they don't test a wide variety, and there's so much more space for opportunity.
Look at all this floor space. With your aerobics in here.
If you have a much broader diversity of variants within your A/B testing matrix. If you get stuck on this, please do reach out. I'm always happy to help. Please do leave a comment if you disagree with anything I've said, and please do subscribe. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one.